In this video, I'm going to show you how to download and how to use the OC command. I know, I released a few days ago a video talking about single node OpenShift, and then I just moved it on using the OC command, but I really forgot to mention how to get properly the OC binary. So let's cut to the video and I'm going to show you how to proceed properly. Here we are. So there are two ways, basically. One of them is via your cluster, the one that you have installed. Another one is via your hybrid console, using the account that you already have. Okay, let me start from here because this is very basic, but simpler way, just go to your cluster, the cluster that you deploy already. So from here, let's click on the top left side, Red Hat Hybrid Cloud Console, and we can click on Red Hat OpenShift. And I believe the font size is good. And now we can click on Resources. You can see on the left menu Resources. Let's click over there and Downloads. So here you'll find a lot of interesting things to download. You can see different options, developer tools, OpenShift installation, OpenShift disconnect installation tools. Let's stick to the plan. This is what we are looking for, command line interface tools. And basically the one that we're looking for is this one, OpenShift command line interface. You can pick this one based on your base OS, the operating system that you have. It can be Linux, RHEL 9, RHEL 8, macOS, or Windows. In my case, I'm gonna be downloading this for macOS. You can see that I can also pick here the architecture. And if I turn the base OS, definitely this is gonna affect the architecture. Then we can see over here for RHEL 8, we can see for RHEL 9 as well. And if we pick Linux in general, there you go. Let me pick macOS, and my architecture is ARC64. And then I can click on download. This is gonna ask me where I would like to save this file. Let me create a new folder. And let's hit save. There you go. Let's go to the CLI. That is under download, OC binary. We have this tarball file. Let's extract this one. And we can see over here OC and kubectl or kubectl. So let me know down below in the comments, how do you call this one? I personally don't like to call this kubectl because I don't call systemctl. In general, will be something like systemctl. This is a macOS, I don't have systemctl here, but assuming that you have a Linux box, systemctl is the command. So I don't know why people call this kubectl. Again, let me know down below in the comments. If you have a good reason, definitely I can start using that. But for now, let's set the geo. The geo will be kubectl, right? So you can see kubectl here, and you can see also OC. If you're coming from the upstream and kubectl is very common to you, definitely you can keep using kubectl. But again, we have one hint here, like they have the same size. I believe, let's do a double check. Let me clean up the screen, just put like this, MD5 sum, kubectl, and OC. Yeah, we have the same file over here. Wally, you're saying that if I go to the upstream and download the kubectl, will be the same approach? Eventually, yes, but it is not supported, even if you are using the OpenShift. So anything that you are doing using OC will be supported. Anything that you are using kubectl that is coming from upstream will not be supported, or could be injecting some sort of errors in your workflow. So stick with the OC, okay, or kubectl if this is coming from this portal, this website. So okay, now we have this little guy. I can definitely put the OC in one specific place that I have on my path, and I can do something like OC. This is very common on Mac, and what this is telling us is, hey, I don't trust this binary, you download this from somewhere else. I don't trust this one. Let me move this to trash. Don't move this to trash. Let's click on done. You can open your configuration. You can go to privacy and security. You can scroll down and probably you see something like this. Hey, there is this OC guy and was blocked to protect your Mac. If you trust this one, if this is coming from a trustful source, then yes, let me allow this anyway. I can get rid of this screen. If I try to run once again, okay, now I have a different option. I can move this to trash or I can open this anyway. Let me open this anyway. Are you sure? Mac is so strict, you know? Like, yeah, I'm sure. Let me put my password and then there you go. If I run again, now I have my command. So everything's here and that is expected. Okay, can I connect to that cluster? Definitely I can. Let me copy and paste over here. Basically OC login -u cube admin. This is the admin from this cluster. https://api.cluster01.king.lab on port 6443. And then you can see that this is asking for my password. So let me copy my password, paste over here, and then there you go. Login successful, and that's it. Basically, we have our OC binary running perfectly in our machine. Hey, Wally, but you put this OC over here. All the time I have to do like // and then OC. Yes, or you can put this OC binary in one path that you have in your path already. So in my case, for instance, if you take a look, I have this in my home directory and my path is looking for my home directory. So anytime that I type OC, I'll be using this binary over here. In this case, I want to be using the current one. So I can do a // I'm forcing to be using the binary from this directory, OC get nodes. And there you go. I'm able to connect to the API and do some queries. OC, who am I? Cube admin. Let's take a look on our console. And then there you go. I'm connected to this one, console-openshift-console.apps.cluster01.king.lab, and this is the expected behavior. So again, this is one way that you can download this binary, the binary from the customer portal or the hybrid console, this one over here. Let me download this set of files. I'm going to download all of them or delete all of them. I'll keep this folder for now. Another way that we have to download this binary is from the cluster. So we know that our user here is cube admin and we already know the password. So let me type my secret, very strong password over here. And now we are inside this cluster. And again, let's suppose that I just deployed the cluster. There is no OC on my environment. I would like to download this little one. I can click on the top right side, the question mark over here, and then command line tools. So let me bump this a little bit. And over here, you will see a similar thing, like a page with some additional information. We have the OpenShift command line interface, CLI, we have Helm, we have net observe, but let's stick with the plan, the initial one, which is OC. And then I can download OC binary for different architectures. So we have for Linux ARM64, for Linux in IBM Power, IBM Z, x86-64, ARM64, and this is for Mac, and for Mac x86-64, and also for Windows. So in my case, again, I'm going to be downloading this one over here, which is the OC for Mac ARM64. And if you take a look at the bottom, the link is pointing to a zip file. So are you ready? Let's click over there. Okay, I need to trust this guy. And I'm gonna download that file in the same place. So I can close this page. Let's return to the terminal. Now we have a zip file. So let's unzip this one. Over here, you see that we have no kubectl, just the OC, just the binary, and similar idea. I can type OC. Let's see if the Mac is gonna complain again. Yes, very, very strict. Then let's do the same as before. Let's click in our system settings. This page is going to be open. We have this privacy and security. You can scroll down up to the bottom and you see something like this. OC was blocked to protect your Mac. I would like to allow this one. Let me close. If I try again, okay, open this anyway. Let me type my password and then there we go. Similar idea as before. And probably, let me get this one over here. We have the command to login. It is gonna ask the password once again. Let me type the password one more time. And we can see that we are over there just connected. So let me type show console. And once again, console-openshift-console.apps.cluster01.king.lab. Again, this binary is delivered by Red Hat, supported by Red Hat, created and compiled by Red Hat. If we take a look on this file, this is a binary. Any type of problem that you may have with this binary, definitely you can open a support case and you can do the follow-up with the team. And this is going to be 100% supported. If you try to download kubectl from the upstream and you start facing problems, before anything, I would recommend you to follow one of those steps. You can access the customer portal or the hybrid console, and you can download the binary from here, or you can access your cluster, click on the question mark, command line tools, pick the version that will match your system, your environment, download this one, execute, and see if you're able to mimic the same problem, to face the same problem. If yes, that's amazing, because you can open a support case and then you can move it on from there. If no, God bless you, because the problem was on the upstream version, and this is working fine in this specific binary. All right? Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you are not yet subscribed, this is definitely a nice moment. Smash that like button. Feel free to join us in our Discord channel as well. And let me know down below in the comments if you are already using OpenShift. Your thought, what do you think? Like good, not so good? Let me know down below in the comments, and I will love to chat with you. All right? I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.